fuelled by a rather forbidding weather forecast. The expectation is for quite heavy rain as the game grows older this evening. Mind, you wouldn't believe that if you saw the scenes from the stands. Come rain or shine, the supporters here sing in unison, and very evidently they are up for it. It is a venue this which simply adds to the spectacle of the game it stages. One of the most impressive arenas in this part of the world. Two high-profile, high-caliber teams. This is a welcome event for all these supporters.
Well, on the face of it, Peter, we would appear to have a high-caliber meeting with very little at stake. But then you consider a chance for one or two of the fringe players to get a look in, and this becomes a big incentive. It changes the dynamic. So there's plenty at stake for them, which will do no harm to the energy levels and the overall conviction, and hopefully the style of contest.
Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
I really rate Sergi Roberto, Peter. I mean, from a manager's perspective, you couldn't ask for much more. A player capable of playing any position on the flank and excellent in midfield too. Easily.
Mbappe! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Well, to put it this way, he's probably made better decisions.
Mendes. De Jong with the slide tackle there. Verratti. And here's Messi. Verratti! That's a half-decent try.
Marco Verratti did give it a fair old crack, and he'll be encouraged to step up again.
Poor pass that, sloppy.
Well, I'm starting to see much more movement off the ball now, Peter, which is obviously a big plus.
And surely more options then for the man on the ball.
Well, you would think so, and I think also we're going to see them just wear their opposition down and force mistakes. They can be quite relentless.
Gets away from his opponents. De Jong. Picked out brilliantly. Out towards the flank. Here comes the cross.
Been there, done that, unfortunately. You immediately want to have another go. Believe me on that.
Mendes. Moved forward and quickly so. Messi is offering an apologetic gesture of sorts.
Yeah, the idea was right. The delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
It's Lewandowski! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different. And it's Messi. Mendes. He's having a go! That's a fine save!
Well, that was high-class goalkeeping there to back up his high-class wage.
Interesting ball. Messi. Kimpembe. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Now it's Lewandowski! And it's a goal!
Look, there are always tactical adjustments for any coach to make at half-time, but when your star man gives you a critical lead just before the break, everyone will be paying extra attention. It really is the ideal tonic. The understanding between those two plays a big part in that, and releasing the run on side proved the key ingredient.
Barcelona break the deadlock.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Messi. Mbappe. Mbappe! And that is going to be the final action of the first half. So there you have it, a close fought half of football, but one that still had its moment. And the second half gets underway.
Paris Saint-Germain don't need to press the panic button just yet. They may have to tweak their setup first if they don't grab an early goal in this second half. They can't hold back though.
And here's Lewandowski. Mendes. Marco Verratti. Kimpembe. And it's Messi. Messi showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Fabian Ruiz. Mendes. Kimpembe. Chance to shoot now! And he's heaved it away. Cleared without complication. Marco Verratti. And it's Messi. Can he finish? And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
That's what has to be done now, no question about it.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
The ball is loose and the chase is on. Mbappe! And yes, it's there! Paris Saint-Germain are back on level terms.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Oh, look, Peter, I was on the fence before a ball was kicked and I still haven't moved.
Ansu Fati. Jordi Alba made a surge from full-back, as it turned out unsuccessfully. Paris Saint-Germain! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward!
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
And yes, it's him again! Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Fabian Ruiz. Mbappe! And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Barcelona making another change here.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Well, here is the raid we were told to expect. That's a decent ball. Now there's a hits one! Oh, he's brought him down and it is a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Well, the players are making their point, but the ref clearly isn't interested. He's waved them all away. So close to drawing level.
That had a lot resting on it, you know, Peter, and he's visibly cross with himself.
Fabian Ruiz. Good spot, he's seen the run. Oh, that's a vigorous challenge. Almost there, and the players can feel it. Back into the middle. And the shot! Oh, that is rather wayward. So here comes a substitution.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
4 added minutes on the board. Ah, that's frustrating. The pass just wasn't good enough. Hakimi. Now it's Ansu Fati. Fabian Ruiz does really well to... And the referee brings it to a close.